You can't just divorce people from the environment that they're in. The environment itself, people have to live with it and be part of it. If they're divorced in concrete towers, then they're yearning for something. They don't know what they're yearning for, but they're yearning for something. And that is why this wilderness, this environment, is so valuable to the world. And that's why it's recognised for the world. It's not just for our community, the Tasmanian community, it's for the world's community.
I was awestruck by its raw beauty, which the bush doesn't have. The bush has a softness about it. But the wilderness of Tasmania has a hard-edged rawness about it. And it has a sound sometimes. When you hear the winds coming across and you hear the sea rolling in, it has almost an anger. I think it's almost saying, leave me alone. I am special, go away. It has a power. It has a very, very profound power.
At the moment in southwestern Tasmania, the relic species are the ones that occur in the alpine zone and in little things called alkaline pans, which are limey sort of flats that you get down amongst the buttongrass plains. In the past, the refugia were the rainforest refugia, and the rainforest retreated just at the bottom of the gorge.
Followed the rivers down as they
yes. So there's a lot of rare species along the rivers that just survived the last glacial climates, which were about 45% less rainfall and about 6 degrees colder in Western Tasmania, and the rainforest species either had to huddle freezing at the edge of the alpine zone or hide in deep valleys where it was perpetually moist.
When they first came out, the thought was, let's put a fence or a glass wall around it so everybody can go up and say, oh, there's a World Heritage Area. That was the attitude from some people when it was first done. We said no and argued consistently that it's got to tell the story of everything, of life also. Not only the life of the dung beetle or the wasp or the introduced species, but also, you know, the white and the black introduced species.
Your spirit never feels as much at home as what you do when you're down in the southwest. And you see the orange-bellied parrot down there, and you sit down and watch some of that unique wilderness, and it makes me realise how much I appreciate the Tasmanian wilderness and that lovely, lovely country that we have out here that we can open up every morning and look out and see it sitting there just waiting for us to go and visit.
What's your favourite part of the southwest?
I think the coast. I mean, where you get the juxtaposition of the mountains and the coast, like the Ironbound Range or the Southern Range, that is just absolutely fantastic. You know, sort of the wildness of the coast. It's certainly what impressed the IUCN assessors the most when we took them around.
The photo of Rock Island Bend, and I said in '78 to Peter Dombrovskis, Peter, I know you're a bushwalker like I was, but this river's endangered. And he went solo with a massive weight of camera gear in one of those tiny little rafts, an extraordinarily dangerous trip down the river. He came back. He asked me up a month or two later to look through the photographs, and we were looking through them, and there was Rock Island Bend. It was in the immediate flood zone, and that photograph, it was it. It was the Franklin. It was the essence of that wild place.
I think that it's something that my children inherit from me, and I hope that our people, who gave me the privilege of being able to lead them for what to me was at all too young an age, but a very special 4 years of political leadership as Premier of the state. I hope that they will feel that, as traumatic as that period was, that in fact we have something good to celebrate in consequence.